चाइना में एक ऐप बहुत वायरल हो रही है जिसका नाम है आर यू डेड। इस वीडियो को देखिए, उसके बाद हम डिस्कस करेंगे।
You open an app on your phone and the first thing it wants to know is if you are alive. That's the story of China's new viral app. It is called Are You Dead? The idea is brutally simple. Once every 2 days, you open the app. You tap a giant button that says something like check in today. That's it. If you tap it, the app assumes you're alive. If you don't, it sends an alert to your chosen emergency contact in 2 days saying, hey, something is wrong. The app launched quietly last year. There was no big marketing push or celebrity endorsements, and then suddenly, early this year, it rose up the charts. It became the most downloaded paid app in the country. Young people living alone started downloading it in droves. The app itself was built by 3 young developers in their 20s. It reportedly cost almost nothing to make. Now, it's worth millions. But to understand why this app hit a nerve, you have to understand what modern urban life in China looks like. China was once built around families, neighborhoods, and tight-knit communities. Today, especially in big cities, life can feel isolated. More people are living alone, and many are delaying marriage. By the end of this decade, China could have hundreds of millions of single-person households, around 200 million by 2030. You have young professionals in tiny apartments, students far away from home, workers living near job sites, and increasingly, elderly people aging alone. And here's the quiet fear that ties all of them together. What if something happens and no one notices? On Chinese social media, people have been disturbingly honest. Some say the app gives them peace of mind. Others say at least someone will discover their body. Of course, not everyone loves it. In fact, many people hate the name. In Chinese culture, words matter. And talking openly about death is often seen as bad luck. Some users say even installing the app feels inauspicious. Others have begged the creators to rename it. The company behind the app says they are listening and might rebrand. But here's the irony. The bleak name is exactly why it went viral. But does it actually help? On a practical level, yes. The app does what it promises. If someone stops checking in, an alert goes out. That could save lives in cases of medical emergencies, accidents, or mental health crisis. But critics argue that the app doesn't fix loneliness. It just manages it. The creators say the idea came from online discussions about safety and isolation. And now they are talking about expanding, especially for elderly users. Which makes sense. The app is quietly admitting something that modern life rarely does. That millions of people are living their lives completely alone. And in that sense, the app isn't really asking a morbid question. It is simply raising a painfully modern one. If something happens to you tomorrow, would anyone know?
अब हमारे लिए ये अलार्मिंग क्यों है? क्योंकि हम भी चाइना के नक्शे कदमों पे चल रहे हैं। हमारे यहाँ भी मैक्सिमम न्यूक्लियर फैमिली होती जा रही है। लोग अकेले रह रहे हैं। नेबर्स आपका नाम नहीं जानते। पेरेंट्स अकेले रह रहे हैं, बच्चे कहीं और रह रहे हैं। तो ये इस सिचुएशन से आप अपने आप को कैसे निकाल सकते हैं? आपको 90s की लाइफ जीनी पड़ेगी। सोशल मीडिया और मोबाइल का सहारा छोड़ना पड़ेगा, बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा, मैक्सिमम फ्रेंड बनाने पड़ेंगे ताकि वो टाइम आने पर आपकी हेल्प कर सके। थैंक यू।